Happy May, happy Sunday. I'm so glad to be here with you all as we talk about turning our income streams into a river. So for those of you who don't know me and aren't familiar with me, my name is Jennifer Hernandez. I am a registered dietitian, a dietetics educator, a personal development junkie. I wear so many hats, it's not even funny. And I do these monthly webinars on different topics related to personal development, things that may be a benefit to dietitians. And last year, I actually planned to have somebody else talk about this topic. And he had a family emergency in January and he couldn't make it. And so he told me we would reschedule, and then he just disappeared off the face of the earth. So I hope he is doing well. But I finally was able to put something together on my own to talk about streams of income and revenue. And why we're talking about this is because as dietitians, as nutrition professionals, this is probably what our income stream looks like. It's this tiny little stream with a little bit of water running through it, right? I mean, if you are a dietitian, you have probably been in the presence of someone who complains about how much money we make. Especially right now with everything going to the master's degree, right? I get it. Like I said, I'm a dietetics educator. Now, maybe your stream doesn't look as healthy as the one we were just looking at, and maybe it looks more like this dry riverbed, right? But what we really want to see is this lovely raging river. Now, maybe you were raised somewhat similar to me, right? And you've never even thought about having $1 million. Maybe you've heard at some point in time that the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Go ahead and put in the chat, those of you who are here, how many streams of income you currently have. And don't be sad if it's low. I can tell you right now, I'll put mine in the chat. Currently I have 2. I'm working on building, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Working on building more than 2. Now maybe you were 2.5-ish, great, Jen. 2, Teresa, good. All right, so maybe you were also raised like me, and you've heard that money is the root of all evil, right? Maybe you've heard that, we shouldn't be striving for money. We shouldn't be wanting wealth. Well, earlier this year, I heard in a virtual meeting, this guy, Fraser Brooks, talk, and he said, if money were the root of all evil, the devil would give you loads of it. So let that sink in for a minute. Because realistically, if money were the root of all evil, then the devil would want us to have tons of money, right? But if you've heard that saying before, it stems back to a Bible verse that says the love of money. Okay, so it's about where your heart is and where your desires are in relation to that money and what to do with it. Now, looking at this, maybe your goal isn't to be a millionaire, right? And that's totally fine. We don't have to be millionaires. We can live pretty comfortably on much less than $1 million. But I pulled up earlier today the 2019 Compensation and Benefits Survey. I don't know if you all are familiar with this, but if you are a dietitian, the Commission on Dietetic Registration does a survey every couple of years. And they ask people how much do they make and a whole bunch of other questions about their backgrounds, so their education level, where they work. Well, if you look at this, community nutritionists, community dietitians typically are making, now this is the median, okay, this is the median salary of everyone who was surveyed. And in that survey, the median years of experience was 12. Now, I will tell you that when I went into a role, my first role as a accredited program director. It was in a community nutrition setting. And I left there not making this amount, but I went into that job with 14 years as a dietitian and was not even making at the 25th percentile when I started that job. And I was like barely at it, above it when I left that job. Inpatient dietitians are going to make a little bit more. Food nutrition management is going to make a little bit more. The median person in education and research still makes more than I make, despite the fact that my day job, so my primary income stream is in education. I don't make that much. But let's look at the bottom here. It's actually a different section of the compensation and benefits survey, but those who are self-employed, the median income was $50 an hour or $104,000. Okay, you're not likely to make that with one stream of income as a dietitian. But an entrepreneur, typically, maybe they're not going to have that 7 streams that a millionaire has, but an entrepreneur typically is going to have more than one. All right, so how do we get there? How do we get to a point where we don't feel like we're not making any money as a dietitian and it's just not worthwhile? So let's talk first about different types of income. And the first type of income we're going to talk about is linear. And so linear, we think about this straight line, right? And probably when we first go into the field, we think that this is what our income is going to look like, right? We're going to start a job, we're going to get a raise every single year, okay? And maybe we're going to switch jobs and take a pay raise when we change jobs, okay? That's what we might think is going to happen. The reality of life looks a lot more like this, where sometimes our pay goes down, sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes up and down, right? But when we're looking at linear income in general, linear income is we're trading our time for money. Okay, so that's what we're probably all doing at what we would call our day job, right? We're trading our time for money. If we don't show up, we don't get paid. Now, maybe, yeah, we can take vacation time or a sick day or whatever, but you cannot do that indefinitely, right? If you stop showing up, you stop getting paid. If you get hurt, you could potentially stop getting paid. Now, another type of income is called leveraged income. So you may be familiar with a lever. A car jack is a lever if you've ever changed your own tire. A seesaw is a lever, right? And so it reduces the amount of effort that is done or that is needed to lift that load. So when we're talking about leveraged income, we're talking about reducing the effort on our part to make money. And typically leveraged income comes in the form of having employees and staff who work for you, and your time and their time is still traded for money, okay? So if we look at some differences between linear and leveraged income, we can see in the top left of this grid that you have a job, you're trading your time for money, and it's typically not the ideal, right? And I mean, that's great if you love your job. And honestly, most millionaires have a stream of income where they are trading their own time for money. It's not to say that having that job is a bad thing. It's just not ideal as your only source of income. Now, if you're self-employed, right, so you own the job, you're still trading your time for money. You're probably maybe trading your time for more money than if you're working for someone. Although starting your own business takes some time, it takes some effort, right? But maybe you own a business and you have multiple people working for you. Okay, so here we're in that leveraged category, right? Maybe you have dietitians working for you and they're all seeing clients and you get a cut of the revenue that's generated. Now, the last one on this screen is a little bit of passive than leveraged income. Because again, leveraged income, you're still trading someone's time for money. But in the passive income, we are just sitting there kicking back, watching that lovely sunset, and the money comes in. So we get passive income when we have investments. There are some other ways to have passive income as well. So let's look at some of those sources. Okay, so active income, right? We're putting our own time, we're trading our own time for money. We've already talked about salaries, hourly work, okay? All of that is we're working and we're trading our time. Business income is the same thing. You have to put time into your business. You have to put time into your side gigs, side hustles. Passive income is when you make dividends off of stocks or other investments. You have real estate, but here's the key thing with real estate. You have to own that real estate, right? Like we've had rental properties at a couple of times in my adulthood out of necessity, not because we wanted that as another stream of revenue, right? We had houses that we couldn't sell or didn't want to sell, and we rented them for barely just enough to cover our mortgage. That is not passive income. Okay, that's just covering your bills. Real estate crowdfunding, I'm not really sure how that one works just because that's not my area of expertise. Interest income, so again, if you can lend money, you know, if you have money in the bank, you're probably making like a penny a month in interest income. Royalties, so maybe you've sold something, maybe you know, you're an actor or actress, you're a musician, and you get royalties from something that you have done in the past. And then peer lending, you lend money and you, again, that's interest income. Okay, so those are some forms of active and passive income. So how can we make this practical? How can we use this to add to our income stream to make it that raging river that we want? Well, we can have investments or property, right? But like I said, you need to own that property outright for it to really be a source of income. Now is probably not the time to try to pick up some investment properties. I don't know about where everyone is, but definitely in the Phoenix area, the real estate market is on fire and people are selling overlisting and houses are sold in like 2 days. So now is not the time necessarily to add real estate to your portfolio unless you have money to spend. There are other ways that you can invest. Totally find a financial planner and someone who can help you in that area if that is one way that you want to add revenue or income to your portfolio. All right, some other practical ways. You could write a book. You could do an ebook. Self-publishing is big right now. So if you do have a book topic, you could write something, self-publish it. You can even sell self-published on Amazon if that's what you want to do. You could make an online course. You could make social media templates, any variety of thing. You can also make physical products, right? Physical products, you're going to be, again, trading time for money. So you could make gluten-free bread or dairy-free, whatever, dairy-free cheesecake, right? And you're still trading your time for money, but it is another revenue stream. With books and ebooks and online courses, it is active in that you initially have to put some time into it, but once you have that product developed, it becomes passive income because you can continue to sell it without a whole lot of added effort. Maybe some marketing effort, but not the same amount as if you were, you know, making gluten-free donuts. Another way to add income practically, you know, things that would be pretty typical for a dietitian to do, you could blog, you could have a YouTube channel, and you can add in affiliate marketing. So on your blog, you could become an Amazon affiliate, and anytime you talk about a product, link it to some product on Amazon with your personal affiliate link. They're really easy to get from Amazon. So you can get an affiliate link, and when anyone clicks on your affiliate link and buys something, I believe for Amazon, it's within 24 hours. If they haven't clicked on somebody else's affiliate link, you make a little bit of money off of whatever they bought on Amazon, whether it was the thing that you had linked or not. You can also sell ads, right? You can have ads on your website. They're a bit of a distractor, and so not everyone loves them. And it's not going to be a whole lot of money, but it could bring a little bit of money in each month. Same thing with YouTube. Those ads that are in the middle of those YouTube videos, those will bring in money. I want to say you have to have 1,000 followers to start making money on YouTube, but don't quote me on that one. Look that one up because that might not be right. Now, there are other ways to get involved in affiliate marketing. So various products will have affiliate programs, and you can sign up to be an affiliate. And then when you say, hey, I did this, I did my website using this program, and then you give your affiliate link, anytime anyone purchases it, then you're going to get some money back. Several of the funnel sites do that. So I don't know if you all are familiar with creating funnels, but a funnel is what you typically use to sign up. Well, actually, everyone that's on the Zoom with me right now, you signed up through a funnel, right? Because you clicked on a link that took you to my sign up page. And then that's how you got the information to be on Zoom with me tonight, right? So that's a funnel. And so various funnel sites, like probably every single funnel site, has an affiliate program where if you just say, hey, I used this, then you can get some money back from that company. There are so many different things out there that have affiliate programs that you can do and just promote it on your social media, on your website, anywhere that you want to promote it, and make a little bit of money back. Now, another way to do affiliate marketing is network marketing. And I know there are lots of dietitians that as soon as you say network marketing in their presence, they turn off, right? There are dietitians that hate network marketing with a passion, and I get it. There are some really bad companies out there. There are some companies that teach their people some really bad marketing practices, but there are some decent companies out there as well, and some that pair really well with nutrition and dietetics. I mean, for those who are really into the culinary side, the food as medicine side, there's Pampered Chef, right? And so they've got good products. You can go and do cooking things. You can do Facebook Lives or however you like to share with people, and show off the products that you're using to make your healthy dishes. There are food companies. So I don't know the names of all the different companies, but there are companies that have foods that, again, use that network marketing model. And then there are actually some good supplement companies out there. I know. It's such a controversial topic. Another one would be essential oils. Is another thing that I've seen dietitians involved in. I use essential oils. One of the companies I signed up with solely for the purpose of getting a discount on my own oils. I have never tried to market and promote oils. I do use some supplements. If you don't like the companies that do the network marketing, then you can also sign up with something like FullScript. And then as you promote supplements to your clients, they can buy through your FullScript account and you make a little bit of money off of that. So as I mentioned, I know there are people who hate network marketing, but to quote Abraham Lincoln, those who look for the bad in people will surely find it, right? So those who hate anything network marketing, all network marketing is terrible. Yeah, they've got that bad impression and they will definitely find it. If you are open, I'll be happy to tell you more about the companies that I have worked with in the past and am currently working with, because I do believe there are some good ones out there. You just have to do your research and know what you're doing. All right, and then my last quote of the night from Warren Buffett: never depend on a single income, make investments to create a second source. So I feel like I did that rapid fire. I want to thank you all for being here today. I also want to give you all a little bit of a teaser for those of you who are interested in building another stream of revenue, or you've got a side gig going and you want to really step it up a notch. I would like to say it'll be this month, but I can't promise it will be this month. I hope it will be by the end of this month that I'm going to roll out something that we are currently calling the Dietitian Collaborative, where we are going to build a place for dietitians to come together, put our efforts together in a collaborative environment to build the reputation and the name of dietitians and help one another build businesses the way we want them individually and in our own personal niche. All right, so again, thank you for hanging out with me tonight, and I would love to answer any questions that you may have.